Uh, let's see. All right, there we go. Oh my god, so stupid, so stupid. No, all good, dude. It's whenever I plug in my Ubuntu work laptop into my my Thunderbolt dock, it just like takes down every other peripheral until I fully like yank the power on it and fully power cycle the dock. It's so annoying. I don't know why I have to do that. I do. It's like Thunderbolt firmware is just abysmal. Um, it's very frustrating. Very frustrating. Uh, no, it's really Ubuntu. I have to have it for work because we do a lot of Ubuntu-y things. But of course, you know, at home I use Arch, by the way. But I can't get away with that. Like I can't get away with that all the time. Okay, so we'll do Iron Treads. Great Tusk. We'll grab some of the other adjacent Pokemon here. Yeah, it's you know, I spent most of my career or my like first couple jobs on doing Windows development stuff. Windows really horrendous in a lot of ways. Um, but things kind of just plot along there. Uh, Having to actually use Linux for work and not just like as a fun little personal thing, you run into like all of these problems that of like, oh, I actually do have to figure out how to like deploy crap on Linux. How I build crap on Linux, how I get like the right versions of my dependencies in like a rolling or non-rolling release distro. So Ubuntu actually, it turns out, is very painful to like avoid dependency hell because um, you're constantly just like fighting against the fact that whatever version of the dependencies you want just like doesn't exist yet, which is really lame. Okay, so we get the iron hands. That's not to say Mac or Windows are any better. I'm kind of involved in a lot of different tech stacks right now. Actually, it's a little crazy. But you know, my official job description is a DevOps engineer, but I basically do a little bit of everything. So I do a whole bunch of embedded stuff. I'm doing cloud stuff. I'm doing full stack development, mobile app development. I'm doing game stuff all right now as well. So really, it's more of what stack am I not using is kind of the problem. And who am I missing? Who's that last Paradox Pokemon there? Oh, Iron Thorns. Okay, cool. So I'm still missing. I need to figure out what this is before I can like go on, or I'm just like hosed here. The hell is that gonna work? Yeah, I'm at like a startup, so we have like a little bit of everything going on. it's it's kind of nuts, um, but it's actually it's very interesting work. I do wish that I could just stay on one tech stack and not have to learn every single thing under the sun. Sometimes, but that is what I get paid the big bucks for. Is to do. Um, Yeah, yeah. My previous job was at like a big, it was like a defense contract or subcontractor, and so our tech stack there was also kind of weird, but it was weird in a different way because we basically were supporting forever contracts that would go like 40 years long. Um, and so we had a bunch of crap that was running like Windows 2000. We were keeping Windows 7 32-bit builds around on like all these things for the longest time. Really, really not fun. Really not fun to have to do that kind of nonsense either. But there is a happy medium, between all of that. Um, it depends. It depends where you're at. I think um, what you really get is the stability. Like these defense contractors and subcontractors just will never go away, essentially, because they have like total market capture of whatever their contracts are, because they're all these forever contracts, and so the actual people in defense or whatever. How do I spell that? Okay. Um, they just want to keep going with the same guy, whoever won the bid initially, and they don't want to switch. Right? They have no real incentive to, because as soon as they do, they have to re-qualify all of the work that they did with the new contractor stuff. Um, no, because like basically all that meant was we were working for like the big five companies that uh, were just there forever, that were just that were just getting all that work. So it just would keep coming. It was incredibly stable, but incredibly boring. Um, it was having to do some like really stupid stuff there, like I wanted to, uh, I wanted to get my shop to start using Git to use Git version control, because we needed like literally any tooling um, that you would get with Git, and it turned into like this disaster of, oh, in order to like for us to like use Git, we have to go make some you have to go make some trainings, you have to go get buy-in from a million different people. I'm like, you have to like go make sure that every single person can be able to cut over this and that way. I'm like, oh my god, it's just Git, dude. This has been the industry standard for like 15 years, and they're like, what are you talking about, industry standard? We're still using shit that we we picked back in 2002. There was no Git in 2002. I'm like, okay, fine. I guess you're right. I will be making my exit strategy now. That kind of stuff. No, not. It was not NSA. Not NSA. That would be like actual working for the government. Be a little different probably. Um, okay, let's see here. Definitely missing a lot of stuff. Yeah, I think I would go crazy if I had to work at the NSA. That sounds like a job from hell there. CVS still giving you that. Yeah, I can't even. That sounds like not a fun job to be working at. Anything where you're in like biotech stuff, it is like I imagine it's also like compliance hell. Because that was like the name of the game was everything's always got to be compliant. You can't break any fucking thing, and it's true. Like hey, these things you probably shouldn't be breaking, right? Um, but it did not make for a fun environment to be an up and coming engineer. Let me tell you. Uh, yeah, so that's kind of my origin story there. And that's how we ended up in this spot where I type on stream for fun and have given myself horrible carpal tunnel. But I think it's a more fulfilling life, honestly. I think it's a lot more fulfilling. And I get to do a lot of the things that I want to do. I mostly just get to learn what I want to learn, and take that away to do my own fun stuff. So I'm pretty happy with that. Talking about the version control before Git. Yeah. No, we had I was responsible. They were like, okay, we need someone to go migrate over some repos from Microsoft Visual Source Safe. We need someone to go figure out how to do that. Hey Alex, do you want to do that? No. No, I don't. But I ended up having to do it anyway, unfortunately. Mill Gary. Yeah, like some of these like old ass version control solutions are just like, and like you don't want to be anywhere close to that crap. It's just not good. I mean, you just generally don't want to be in a spot where someone else is picking your tech stack too. But if you want to get paid, oh well. Okay, I'm missing some dudes here. That one's Stunfisk, so that's cool. I think these are all regionals, so I have like 2 more real Pokemon. This set, and then there's 2. One of them is Stonejourner. Okay. Who the heck is that one? I don't know offhand. Unfortunate. So I think we're not on pace, unfortunately, at this point to win here. TFS. Fuck TFS, dude. That was the stack that we were mostly on at my last job. TFS was like the most awful piece of garbage ever. like I literally, like, oh my god. I mean, if you must know, you must know how bad that TFS crap is. It's just like a disaster area. Like any like centralized version control, you just can't do the things that you need to do on there to get work done. It's horrendous. Yeah, man, not fun at all. And I suppose so. That is like, if you are at a job at like a modern like web tech company or something, then you at least you don't have to deal with crap like that of dealing with just like this ancient technology stacks left and right. That's Grap Locked and Clavopus. We're still missing something there. And we have all of the G maxes already, so it's something that I'm not going to remember. It's really annoying. Have access to alien tech. Yeah, alien tech indeed. Let's see. Ask the aliens what version control they use. That's a fantastic point. Are you guys semantically versioning all of the butt probes and stuff? How are you guys managing rolling releases of those? And the answer is, you just don't want to know. You just don't want to get your hands dirty with that kind of thing. And unfortunately, that would be me, having to get my hands dirty with all that kind of shit. Yeah, I very much value getting to pick the stack, getting to work with the things that I want to be working on. Like, I think if I were to, like, if I had fuck you money, like, I would just be working on like my games and like doing stuff like the way that I want to be doing it, and not having to worry about, okay, hey, I gotta be learning this new stack. I gotta be doing it some way where someone else can go read all this code, do all this nonsense. Because like, you know, as I think is pretty well documented, most of the stacks out there are kind of giant cluster F nightmares that really don't make any sense and don't really solve the problems. And you want to be the change. You want to be the change that you want to see in the world to move us towards something less awful. But it's hard to do that and still get paid for your job all the time. It's most shops don't have that kind of thing because like you're led by someone like product focused, and probably should be product focused at the end of the day. But if you're a dev, then the product you want to be focusing on is the stuff that, or that you would want to be focusing on is like the stuff you're using to dev, right? And making that as good an experience as possible. Yeah, government like needs to be resistant to change is the thing, because like, okay, you do have all of these things that are life critical, that are running like the entire country, the entire world. So okay, fine, this whatever government mainframe needs to keep being on COBOL until the end of time, until we run out of people that know how to support COBOL, and then there'll be the cutover project to try to switch it to something new, and that'll turn into a giant shit show because they waited too long, and now all the people who understood how the thing actually worked have all retired or died. And so then you're just like incredibly hosed. So that's also the thing, right? Is there is you do, it's not like free to it's not free to just never change a thing, like a thing that needs to be like live all the time. Because like even if you have complete software, someone has to go, like there will be a need to add a feature at some point. There will be the need to go maintain it, to do this and that baloney, and someone's got to go in and dig through that junk, and it won't be me anymore. No, I didn't do any COBOL. We were mostly a Microsoft house, so we were, all in that Azure DevOps, doing Team Foundation server stuff, a lot of C#, .NET projects. I tried to stay away from the C#. It was very hard to. A lot of WinForm, WPF crap, but mostly I could like carve out little portions of like C++ code that I wanted to be working on and then stay there. C++, still not the greatest, but makes me a little less insane than the alternative. I really could not get into the .NET world. That is just like, I don't know, not for me. Yeah, Azure DevOps, but no Git repo. No. It was so annoying, and that's how I ended up in my current position as a DevOps engineer. Was like, oh hey, our build system that we were using, the build system we were using for this Team Foundation server repo sucks balls. It's some like awful proprietary tool that doesn't work, and we're missing all these ship dates because like the build just fails in the middle of the night and you have no recourse, and you don't figure out because you're not running the build until like the last second anyway. So we were like, okay, hey, how about we try this like pipeline thing that's built into the tool, into Azure DevOps that we're already paying for. How about we give that a go? And then it just kind of like went on from there. Went on from there in kind of a crazy way. And there's like a lot of there's like a lot of parts that about doing like CI stuff that is actually really fun, because you have like a pretty strong metric there for how good your performance, the performance of your pipeline is, of you just like look at like the runtime, be like, oh hey, I was able to bring my build time down from like 3 hours to like 10 minutes. That's pretty awesome. Like that's like got to be a win there. And then I just kind of got pigeonholed into, or I kind of like tried to run with that of be like, hey, we could like move crap over to modern tooling and we get all of these awesome benefits from it. And it's really cool. And like we become more productive. We can do this and that thing. And hey, let's like bring this to some of these other like legacy things where it's just a nightmare to get a release out because no one remembers the stack. No one can like remember how to build it because we have to bring out some like Windows XP VM from cold storage that no one supports anymore. So I ran with that for quite a while, trying to make some waves there. Got like pretty good at that. You know, kept on doing all my other stuff until we kind of hit the point of oh my god, like trying to do some of this stuff in like a corporate, very slow, very crystallized environment like that is just going to take way more years off my life than I'm willing to donate here, and so I'm gonna look for something else. That's kind of how we got to this point. That's how we got here. Haven't looked back. Have not looked back once. Currently running my pipeline before you close your workday. Yeah, man. Pipelines and shit, dude. Like CI, I think is a good technology, and I think having automation for all these things, you have to like is and having the ability to do all that, and all the people who have built up the logic for the your pipelines to go pick up like a runner and do all this and that thing to run code through it. That's like just a pure net positive for society, I think, for engineering. But it's tough to because like if the thing is not performant, if your pipeline sucks, then all it is doing is getting in the way of your deployments, right? Of getting in the way of you shipping code, of releasing features, of like getting a fix out there to prod that you need to. So like that is something, right? Of you, like you're ultimately like the things that are going to help your devs like get the most work done is like getting them in a flow state, making sure that they're able to be confident in the quality of their work before they go in and break something, but giving them the tools to do everything that they need to. And it's very easy to run a little too far with some of that stuff. Definitely can be a problem. I guess that was Galarian Ponyta Rapidash. Okay, so I think we actually I'm forgetting if this is a real Pokemon or if this is just a regional. These two are definitely regionals, like that's Corsola and Cursula. But I don't remember what that is off the top. So we'll have to figure that out. Let's see here. So who are we missing right now? We're missing Zubat, Golbat, Crobat. Who could that be? That's something really stupid I'm missing from early on. Well, let's do these. Okay, and then we'll do the fossils. I'm like really not doing well on the memory here. I thought I was gonna thought I was gonna kill it today. Honestly, thought this would be the one, but I think we have to like stop effing around on stream here. We got to bring it back to what it's all about. That's Lapras. Okay, cool. Who could that be? Mm, mm. Why am I thinking? Let's see. So it's like early on in Kanto, and I have all of these ones. Frick. Yeah, no schedule for Pokemon Champions. I'm still like, this is probably all I'm streaming for. Maybe I'll get back to like my regular game stuff, but I'm like currently in like a pretty crazy spot at work right now, where we are going really hard to go meet a big release date. So I'm like kind of totally burned out, and like this is kind of all I'm doing to entertain myself these days, is remembering to type every single Pokemon, but not very well today. Today I'm like doing really bad. What the hell am I missing? What am I missing? You should play it on your phone while waiting for your pipelines to complete. Bro, my pipelines are super fast, so I don't even have time to play it on my phone. I don't even have time for a game of solitaire. Crap, what am I missing? This is really stupid. How am I missing Kanto mons right now? What's wrong with me? Yeah, bro. Right now it is basically a sweatshop. It's not fantastic. Not fantastic. Usually it's pretty chill though, but it's been kind of rough. It's been kind of rough the past few weeks. What is? Oh man, I'm like really tilted because I'm like just being very sloppy here. I'm missing like all these ones and all that one, this one. Like I have to at least get this. Who the heck is this? Man, so bad, so bad. Um, I just have no idea. I have no idea right now. All right, whatever. All right, well, who is the? Because I don't think we have enough time to finish off here. Unfortunately, I think I'm low. So I want to like at least close off this Paldea dex here of like who did I miss? Did I get who's like a 3-stage evolution? Yeah, no, it's like because I just like have played this Pokemon quiz so much that I kind of can recognize some of this stuff. But not right now, obviously. Right now, my brain is in the dumpster. um, hmm, hmm. All right, we have to go through and think here because I got all of like the megas. Uh, yeah, I think we're just kind of hosed right now. That's really unfortunate. Yeah. What is the heck could that be? It's a three-stage evolution, presumably in Paldea, midway through the decks. Um, I don't think I think it's actually not a three-stager. I think I missed like some other. No, I think I got them all. I think I got all the single stage Pokemon in Paldea. Right? Did I get Cyclizar? Yeah. So it must be. Oh! I know. It's Tinkatink, Tinkaton, and Tinkatuff. Haha! Got it. Awesome. Now who is this though? That is the question. I have not. I stopped playing the main series games with the last new ones I played were Sun and Moon. So I even never played the Ultra games. Um, but I did go back, and I've pretty recently been or yeah, a couple months ago. I was picking up my living decks challenge. I was trying to do living decks in every single game. So I got through Gen 1 living decks, Gen 2 living decks, and then I had beaten through main campaign of Emerald, Coliseum, and I was playing through XD and Leaf Green to try to do through the Gen 3. The Gen 3 living decks is probably the worst one because you need to play like I think you need to play almost completely through 6 different games fully to do it, and you have to do Mount Battle if you're not cheating or not using like the event Ho-Oh. Gen 3 pretty much sucks, but I kind of want to like pick this up because with Pokemon Bank going away, like this is kind of my last shot to really go and finish that off and then pull that living dex through to like to the Switch games, which I kind of want to do because I have some Pokemon like from when I was a kid that I never transferred up. And if I don't do it now, then I never will be able to, which I think would be kind of lame. Um, but yeah, I've played through all the ones like in between that. So I've played like I grew up with Gen 4 and Gen 5. I played quite a bit of X and Y. Uh, yeah, I haven't moved to home yet. Um, well, because I kind of want to complete the decks like in that game. Like I got all 151 Pokemon in Red and Blue, including Mew with the Trainer Fly trick. And I did got all of the Pokemon that were new in Johto. And then brought my decks up because you actually can't even just with Gen 2 you can't complete your decks. You have to bring Pokemon up anyway. And I had gotten most of them. And so like that was kind of like the challenge of like I wanted to have like my living decks that I can keep bringing up, and like it'll be cool to like keep pushing it through all of like these new games until we get to that point. But I'm out of time now. So like I don't need to. I don't need to. Like probably I'll just bring. If I like just don't play, I'll just end up bringing over like all the Pokemon that I have like an attachment to, all like the cool like event Pokemon that I got back when they came out and stuff, and anything that like you can't just get in the Switch games right now because otherwise it's just gonna be a pain in the ass. Yeah, I played it. Well, kind of. I have like an original Game Boy and some Game Boy Colors, but I ended up playing most of Kanto on N64. In like, if you have like the transfer pack, you can play the all of the Game Boy and Game Boy Color games through Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2. It's like a hardware emulator that lets you play the game in like Super Game Boy Color mode. So it has like full palette. It's not just all red or blue. It has like they have like some special cutout where they inject like a real palette. And like I'm gonna give up here because we're not fit. Vulpix and Ninetales. Oh god damn it, that's stupid. Bramblin, Bramblegast. Yeah. Oh, Pincurchin. Yeah. Could have got those. Unfortunate. But if you do like what are we looking up? How do I forget what the super keys are on my new keyboard. I think this is it. Pokemon Super Game Boy. Oh, skill issued. Okay, yeah, it's like it looks way better. So you can see like it's able to have different palette for different parts of the screen. So Charmander's red, Bulbasaur is green. But normally on like if you were to play on not on like the Game Boy player, like on GameCube or something, yeah. So you would be like this, right? Where everything's just red, which is just like the default palette that like a Game Boy Color would apply to it. So they like never implemented that in the Game Boy player, which is kind of lame. And also in the Super Game Boy version that you get like on Pokemon Stadium, you can unlock like a speed up button. Yeah, no, this is like like one of the most obscure stupid Pokemon things. So like if you like beat through one of like the campaign modes in Pokemon Stadium, you can unlock a 2x and 3x like emulator or speed boost mode in the Game Boy, like the Super Game Boy. So then you can like grind through like your levels and do all that shit a lot faster. And because like if you try to do on cart living decks in Gen 1, just with Gen 1, you actually have to play through up to Cinnabar Island 5 times. Or no, 4 times, because you have to do there's no breeding in Gen 1, right? So if you want a living dex, you need to bring a fossil to the Cinnabar the Cinnabar fossil restorer thing 4 times, so you can get an Ammonite, Omastar, Kabuto, and Kabutops. So you have to do that. Plus, you need 9 starters and 4 EVs. So being able to play it on speed up mode, very, very handy. Yeah, no, it's really dumb. Like, you shouldn't do it. It's incredibly stupid. But that, we don't do things the easy way on this stream. We don't do things the easy way. But yeah, so I did play kind of on original hardware for Gen 1 and Gen 2. Yeah, well, but like also with Pokemon Stadium, and also like they have like a way you can trade between cartridges and do mass Pokemon storage. It's like a Pokemon bank type thing, but like it lives on your N64 cart. So it's like if you ever do that, having Pokemon Stadium and Stadium 2 is so invaluable at saving time, just like screwing around in inventory management. And then like having the speed up options for like playing through, it's like actually kind of needed. But then like Gen 3, I was also doing on original hardware. Gen 3, obviously doesn't have this speed up option anywhere. But really like the pain in the ass thing is you just have to have like be playing through all the GameCube games to get all the Johto Pokemon, which really sucks. And then you have to go through Mount Battle, so you have to 100% Coliseum to get Ho-Oh. And the worst part is if you want a real Celebi that you're not cheating in somehow. Well, so first of all, like you have to cheat in, or like e-reader scan in all of like the mystery gifts at this point because they're all dead, obviously. Yeah, no, it's a very different game, But I really like Gen 1. Gen 1 was a ton of fun to play through just because like it's so simple. Like that is like it's Pokemon without all like the decades of cruft that they've built up onto it, where it's like, oh my god, I can just like play the game, and it's like I can go catch them all pretty well. But like in Gen 3, you have to like e-reader in all the events. But you know, Jirachi, you have to get from the Coliseum pre-order bonus disc, which costs like a shitload of money because it was super rare. But Celebi is only on the Japanese Coliseum pre-order disc, and you have to have a 100% complete save of Coliseum already with all of the Shadow Pokemon purified in order for it to distribute your Celebi. So if you were to just do it like that, if you were to try to get like that legit Celebi, you have to play through Coliseum 100% in Japanese, which is one of the hardest Pokemon campaigns they've ever made. And then you still have to have this extra bonus disc and all the other peripherals to transfer it out to GBA cards and a Japanese GameCube. Or you can hard mod your GameCube to set it to think that it's in Japanese mode temporarily and do things that way and like do a save converter. I actually did not do all that because to get like a Celebi in Gen 2, I had to do like the bad egg glitch. If you've ever done that, but it's like there's like some save corruption you can do in Gen 2 with like the daycare and stuff, and like kind of cloning Pokemon. And this is the only way you can like get a Celebi without the without going through like the Ilex Shrine event, which I think you can like give yourself a GS ball, but you can't activate the event natively, I think, unless you're in like a Japanese Crystal cart, or you're in like the 3DS Virtual Console version of Crystal, where they just added it. So I spent like 6 hours trying to do the bad egg glitch to get the Celebi in that game. So I just brought that Celebi up to Gen 3 because I was like, fuck that. I beat Coliseum already. I'm not rebeating it in Japanese mode. I just don't want to do that shit. Yeah. So that's oh well. It's gotten significantly easier to get living dexes from Gen 3 on, because you don't have to do crazy shit like that. But it's still not easy. Obviously, it's still not that easy. Because like even today, I think you can get every single Pokemon on totally unmodified hardware software, mostly by like. I mean, you have to like DNS exploit on like the DS games to get those event Pokemon now. But like the only Pokemon that's like kind of totally unavailable is Zarude. You can't get Zarude unless you have a hacked Switch, or you trade with someone who's got one in there, because that event went away. And doing Switch custom firmware and hacking stuff on it freaks me out, because I kind of don't want to get my Nintendo account banned and all that stuff. And I don't have an unpatched Switch to do that stuff on. But like one day I'll get around to it. Anyway, I've got to head off to work. Thank you, JV Chip, for joining me today. We did pretty bad on the Pokemon quiz today, unfortunately. But I think I've got to call it. Have a good one. Well,